Three, two, one, and I am live. All right, excellent. Hello, beer lovers, craft beer enthusiasts, even the real ale people. My name's Steve Jaguar. This is a Beer Native beer review. It's the 21st, but first, this. 21st beer in 21 days of the Honest Brew Advent Calendar, the ultimate Advent Calendar. There were two. I probably even haven't mentioned that. They had, I guess they probably didn't call it the Honest Brew Super Normal Advent Calendar. I'm pretty sure they didn't call it that. But I was obviously tempted when it said the ultimate Advent Calendar, and I wanted it. I wanted it, and there it is. It is a thing of beauty, and you can actually see it kind of outlining the screen right there. If I go back to medium size, you can catch it behind me. There's my backdrop photo. So does that do any better? No, it doesn't. All right. So yeah, there it is. It's been pretty amazing. It had the entire Tastes of Tomorrow series, which I found yesterday. They're selling for about £40 just for this first 6 beers that we got in here. So I would say actually for a bulk purchase of beer, it's pretty good. It's kind of paid off. And since getting through that series, which were pretty intense, it's now starting to vary a lot more. I'm getting different breweries I've never had, a bunch in Spain, a bunch in Italy, some from Poland, a few from Ireland, and it's been a really quite interesting journey. With only, was it 1, 2, 3, 4 left? I'm hoping that it mixes up. I haven't had things like I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen a single lager, not a single lager in the whole thing. I'm hoping obviously the Christmas Eve one is a real clanger, so that we've got we finished with a bang, and a few other styles that just haven't shown up yet. And I'm thinking, will we see them? Will we not? But anywho, let us move. Let me find my glass, and obviously camera 2. Where's camera 2? You'd think I'd have these things set up. You'd think after 21 days, 24th day, I'm going to have this thing absolutely nailed. And it's going to be like a rock solid production instead of me looking around for glassware and cameras. And I found it. Here is camera 2. It's about to join. Come right this way. Look at that. Give you a quick look-see. Ah, Boundary. Okay, they're in Belfast. Nice. That's a bit blurry. Let's kill that. All right. So what was I just complaining about? Not hitting all the styles. Excellent for us. We have a new style. We have a Berliner Weisse with Blackberry. I like blackberries. They grow all around here where I am. And the title of the can, I don't know how much this actually costs, but it's pretty funny because working mostly in London, and particularly for coming from Canada, that works out as £8 a pint. It's pretty funny. Like you know it's a British beer because it's using pounds. And it's by Boundary. So I say British because I have to say British because they are actually Irish. They're in Belfast, Northern Ireland, which is technically still part of Britain, right? And they are a killer brewery, actually. They're a co-op, if I am remembering correctly. There we go. Let's get me back on the focus. Good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough. It's called good enough. Yeah, they are a co-op. Let's look at them. I was just about to say, I reviewed a beer of theirs forever ago. But that was the name of the beer forever ago. And it was, in fact, it feels like forever ago now when I reviewed that beer. And it was good. Boundary Brewing Company. Let's find them and bring them up on the screen, and click that and the share screen. Boom, that's too small. Oh, look at that. What happened? You can see, you can probably barely see here. It says Boundary is a cooperative brewery owned by its members. And it's in Belfast. But why is it so small? And I do like what is going on. Boundary, if you're not paying attention, I think your website is broken. These are beers. Some available all the time. There's no beers. There's no pictures. I wonder if they get their images from, I'm going to geek out, like a CDN, which is like where you store all your photos. So they don't come from your site. Makes it load faster and puts the image loading, which is generally the worst thing about loading a website, on the burden of somebody else. But they have nothing. Well, there's a co-op starting in 2014. That was a big year for new breweries. Modern US styles. Let's see if I can click beers. I don't see that. Let's check the shop. Maybe the shop works. Shop's probably hosted by Shopify. Look at that. So that works, right? Different website technically. And there's Forever Ago. That's the one I brewed. I guess I could have bought 12 of them. I don't know that I would buy 12 beers of the same beer as 12 beers of Christmas, but it's a good beer, so certainly worth buying 12 regardless of the reason. There's a mixed case. Do they have the beer we have here? Can we find out more about it? Oh, there it is. Got it. Hey, there's your blues. All right, Berliner Weisse. So a Berliner Weisse is typically like a sour, cloudy thing. It's like it's like a thing that's hundreds of years old from Berlin. Hey, what a surprise! Northern Germany area. Typically not very boozy. I didn't look. Oh, there it is down there. 4%. Yeah, that's actually probably high for a Berliner Weisse, I would say. And every year in October, we're invited to a beer festival. This is the one they brew at a beer festival. Here you go. Must be ordered in multiples of what? 4 packs must be ordered in multiples of 3? 12 cans per box. You got to order 12. So I'm kind of lucky that I'm getting one by ordering 24 beers. I got one of these. Nice. I might actually leave that up and go to the smaller version of that because it's, there we go. Now I've got the can just next to me. Hey, watch this. There it is. Whoop, let's make it look the same. Look at that. It's real. All right. Let's crack it open. This is going to be different. We haven't had a Berliner Weisse. And a Blackberry one. So this is going to score on the unique. And it's going to be weird. I'm not a sour guy. It's going to be sours. I'm coming around, though. All right. Let's pour this in. It's going to be blackberry colored. So there, yes, it is. Look at that. Look at that on the screen. That is some... That makes you wonder, like, is this really a beer? Look at that. Let's put that down. I would love to have a... Sometimes we do these debate shows. They don't come out very often. I've only... Well, I say sometimes. I've only done one, I think, and it was the one talking about white stouts. I would love to do one just about, I guess, the range of sours and the different types. From Lambic to Berliner Weisse to whatever, just craft sour. It smells lambic-y, actually. That's really gentle. Okay. I expected it to be sweeter. It isn't. It's like a dry, almost like an early harvest of a blackberry. You know what I mean? Where you pick any berry, but just get it early before it gets a chance to really sweeten up and be plump. If you pick a berry a little bit too early, it's a little bit more sour, and you don't get the sort of sugars that get naturally created. That's kind of what it's like. Yeah, totally inoffensive. Actually, really refreshing. It's almost like a I would say lemonade, but you know what I mean, a blackberry lemonade. You don't taste any alcohol at all. So the fact that it's 4% is amazing. It's pretty good. Hey, it's probably because it's not actually that sour. It doesn't have really any attempt at offense. And I think Berliner Weisse, I think it's kind of a lost art. It's interesting to see an Irish company doing a traditional German variety, which is, I don't know how old it is. I don't suppose Mersey Beers is watching. He's a bit of a guru at all this stuff, but I think it's hundreds of years old. But I think if you look at the number of breweries in Germany even making this now, I think it's like going the way of the dodo, you know. Whereas it used to be kind of the default drink. I think of this almost a little bit like how the original British IPA was to Britain. It was brewed that long ago, and it had a purpose because it was a version of beer that was easy given whatever situation they were in. Making a slightly soured beer with that low alcohol was probably something to do with sanitation. Like, I don't know the history behind it. I should look it up. Then I would know. But it's nice. All right, let's score it. That's pretty good. That's kind of what I wanted today, because yesterday's was a bit beefy. And this is just kind of like I don't know, like a refreshing bit of juice drink that I probably would buy that. I probably would buy that again if it was a really warm summer day. We don't get a lot of those in the UK, like maybe like 3 a year. Yeah, I would buy that if that was available at an outdoor beer garden. That'd be pretty perfect. There's no need for me to show you the count close. You can see it right there. I think the art's pretty scrappy. If I remember, they have an artist. Let's see if do they name and shame their artist? Yes, they do. JohnRobinsonArt.com. So they have, see, I thought so. I remember that from the last time. It is, does it say on here? It doesn't. Oh, that's doing a little bit of a disservice to poor old John Robinson Art. See if that works, or whether I'm just going to get something weird. There we go. Let's just for the sake of crediting the artist. There's John Robinson. Looks very impressionist. Yeah, I'm brought back to being Canadian, like the Group of Seven style paintings. That very neat. So there you go. There's a scrappy little number right there. Looks a little bit like our can. Yeah, not too bad, right? Check that and check that. And do I like the sort of meme-ish style familiarity with the font? I do. This on a shelf would get my attention. It would be an awesome thing. Very autumnal, part of October. It's got the right colors. It's great art. So I'm going to give it I might give it a 5 on art. I think it does everything it needs to do. Can's normal, so it's going to get 3. That gives it an 8. Pretty good. Is it unique? Maybe a 4 on uniqueness. Is it accurate? 4 again. That's 8 and 8. That's 16. And do I like it? I'm probably going to give it an 8. So that's a nice round 24. 24 to 30, 4 to 5, whatever you have. Math is easy. Pretty good. Best sour style. Let's say best Berliner Weisse sour I've had in a long time, maybe ever. I don't know. I've never had maybe I should go to Berlin more often and try an authentic, real one from the source. And we'll see what I think. But that absolutely smashed it. Let's bring it back a little bit. So yes, let's to summarize. This beer is a Berliner Weisse with Blackberry. It's called That Works Out as £8 a pint from Boundary Co-op Brewery in Belfast. It's 4%, and it's good. I've given it a 4 out of 5. Let's wrap it up. My name's Steve Giguère. I am Beer Native on YouTube. I'm going to start putting things on Twitch once I figure out how that all works. So you can watch things there if that floats your boat. I don't have any other reason other than the tool I'm using to stream lets me do it, so I might as well, right? Otherwise, 3 days left. What will there be? Tune in. Oh boy, tomorrow, I guess, I'm going to try and do it at 6 again. I'm going to try and do it at 6 every day, basically, all the way to the end. I have 6 o'clock carved in my schedule in wood for 6 p.m. Christmas Eve. Let's go out with a bang. Please tell your friends. Why not make it a little bit of a drink along? I will see you then. And it's the end of the show and I have 3 viewers. Well, it was wonderful. And please, I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Steve out.